Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for July 25. Energy Minister Philip Paulwell says government expects to introduce a system this year that will bring Jamaica closer to liberalizing the national electricity grid. During his sectoral presentation in Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Paulwell announced plans to introduce power wheeling, which allows owners of private power generating entities to use the grid to supply their locations elsewhere with electricity for a wheeling fee.
Mr. Speaker, the JPSCO license allows for power wheeling, and by the end of next month, JPSCO is expected to complete and submit for review by the OUR a cost of service study that will inform a wheeling tariff.
The minister also announced plans to meet with major JPS shareholders, including Marubeni directors, to discuss government's commitment to liberalizing the electricity grid. The Energy Minister has also announced that a contract will be signed next week to make the Office of the Prime Minister more energy efficient. OPM will be the first building retrofitted under Phase 1 of the Public Sector Energy Efficiency and Conservation Program.
This program is a very sound investment. In just over 2 years, the efficiency measures would have paid for themselves.
The $90 million program is being implemented in partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank, and it is expected to cut GOJ electricity bills by 30%. The first phase of the program will be implemented over 4 years at a cost of $20 million. Water Minister Robert Pickersgill says thousands of Jamaicans across the island will see improvement in the reliability and distribution of their water supplies following the completion of several projects by the National Water Commission (NWC).
We have heard the call for water all across Jamaica, and our agencies responsible for water are responding to that call by undertaking research, implementing projects, and adopting strategies to maximize the volume of water available to our citizens and improve its quality.
During his sectoral presentation Tuesday, the minister announced that the NWC had completed the $704 million Constant Spring Treatment Plant. He added that the NWC had also secured or improved connectivity for over 90,000 households in the corporate area, Maypen, Ocherias, St. Mary, and St. Catherine. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller has affirmed Jamaica's commitment to fulfilling the obligations of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Mrs. Simpson-Miller says the 1982 convention has done much to level the playing field by allowing each country to sustainably exploit the resources of the world's oceans.
The convention's emphasis on the maritime environment and natural resource conservation is also of major importance to us in the Caribbean. The protection of the fragile marine resources upon which we depend for tourism, fishing, and transportation is in large part dependent on the provisions of this convention.
The Prime Minister was speaking in Kingston at the special session of the International Seabed Authority to mark the 30th anniversary of the convention's opening for signing. And the Prime Minister, meanwhile, is now in London to attend the opening ceremony of the 30th Olympiad and support Jamaica's contingent at the Games. Mrs. Simpson-Miller has said the 2012 Olympics is particularly special for Jamaicans as it comes in the country's 50th year of independence and is being hosted in London, where Jamaica first participated in the Olympic Games in 1948. While in London, the Prime Minister will participate in a welcome flag-raising ceremony at the Olympic Village and meet with Jamaican athletes. And finally, 300 trained teachers will be placed in early childhood institutions across the island during the upcoming 2012-2013 academic year. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites says this should help improve the standard of education in these facilities.
One of the major shortcomings of early childhood education is the absence of trained teachers. That's one. The teachers are in training now among a cohort of some 8,000 teachers who are presently engaged in upgrading of their skills.
The 8,000 teachers are being trained in several teachers' colleges across the island in the areas of early childhood education, numeracy, literacy, special education, health and family life education, civics, and the teachings of Garveyism in schools. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.